Yep, uses the Forge Master, finally gets rid of the Canonist. Let's see what they're getting. Silent Arbiter. Okay, no one has to die this turn.
Today on Commander Replay, after 3.5 long years, Tribal Commander Tribal finally makes its return. Next on Commander Replay. Hey guys, there's 2 great ways to support the channel. All links are in the description below.
Welcome back, everyone. Tribal Commander Tribal returns. Let's take a look at this opener. We've got 3 lands and a Smothering Tithe. I feel pretty good about that, actually. We'll keep. And this can get us card draw, too. And we've got the Shields of Velasvel, which gives all of our creatures all creature types, which is super helpful in this deck. And that is really the goal of the deck. We're running General Tazri. So, Tribal Commander Tribal is a deck full of tribal commanders. Cards that you may run for each of your various tribes. We see Tovolar in our hand, Blex for pests and insects. We've got Lovisa for barbarians and warriors. And we're going to try to give them all creature types, either via Shields of Velasvel, Maskwood Nexus, or General Tazri searching for Mirror Entity. And that's the name of the game here, so yeah. Let's just play a Steam Vents tapped. I don't know what colors we need yet. We might need to get white with this. We'll see. Hold off on the fetch for a second. Just finished filming a game with this. It crashed, sadly. Even though there were some cool moments in that game that I want to show. I don't know. We'll see what happens with it. Anyway, went last in that game. Going last again. Don't love it. Luckily, no one's on a blazing fast start yet. Smothering Tithe, if it sticks, can get us caught up a bit. Silvermere, ramp, but not too bad. There's another land. There's the white mana, so we don't need to search for white. Play the Stomping Ground tapped. Adeline into play. Disgusting. That'll get you killed in a hurry. Spirit over to Covert Ghostly. Opponent's got a bunch of 1/1s already. Don't love that. No blocks. I really should have put a Blasphemous Act in here between games. That is something I definitely should have done. We have board wipes, but they're kind of the big ones, like In Garrick's Wake and Ruinous Ultimatum. I cut Rift, just because it's kind of oppressive, but probably should have left it in. Vidalcan Archmage. Cast an artifact, draw a card. It's pretty powerful. There's the World Tree. It does enter tap, sadly, which is awkward for our 3 drops. We'll play the Plains right here, get Tovolar. I'm hoping Sean... Well, I guess we still have a shot in over here, because they're not going to block with either of these. But Adeline is very scary. And also, there's a Selfless Spirit, so that shuts off a lot of different types of board wipes, which is not great. There's the Sefris. Yeah, that's not great. Gonna be an uphill battle, I think, here. Selfless Spirit our way, yep. Adeline into the Artifact deck. More 1/1s. Block and eat a 1/1. Champion's Helm. Vidalcan Archmage will be good with Smothering Tithe. Foundry Inspector draws a card. Automated Artificer draws a card. Ugh, Aethersworn Canonist. No. That is bad for Smothering Tithe. 3 visits. Play the Bloodstained Mire. Crack the Bloodstained Mire. Need something with some black, so I think we'll get Scrubland. Cast the Smothering Tithe. Is drawing a card worth leaving ourselves open to whatever's about to... Yeah, maybe. Drawing cards gets us to removal, which we need. We draw a card. It's a Volrath Stronghold. Smothering Tithe. Opponent's paying. Wow. It's okay. There's no way this Archmage is paying everything that they're going to do. Oh, maybe because of the Canonist. Soul Ring. Oh, it's their one... Nope, that's an artifact. Nope, still good. Another artifact. Sapphire Medallion. Going on the attack with the tokens. Sending the Adeline. Spirit back our way. Opponent trying to take down this artifact deck super fast. I'm gonna have to block with something. My vote is the Canonist. They're gonna go with the Foundry Inspector. Why are they double blocking? Oh, to kill it? Yeah, they're gonna kill it. Okay, I'm down for that. Getting some pieces off the board, getting this Adeline gone, and trading in some value pieces over here. Love it. Should introduce everything, by the way. So, as I mentioned, we're playing General Tazri, and like I said, we'll be using the ETB to search for Mirror Entity. And in a very Christmas Land scenario, if we have Mirror Entity or Maskwood Nexus, we can pay Woober to pump up our team. But that is uber late game. As a Smothering Tithe trigger. Over here we've got Virlex 25 piloting Sefris of the Hidden Ways. Saw this one a bit in the last game. It's a Reanimator. They had a slow start in the last game. They have a much better start this game. And yeah, this deck does things. There was an Id that Betrays that was in play at one point. It was pretty scary. Was that just lands for Sean? In the middle, we've got Sean piloting Volrath the Shapestealer. I don't think I've seen this deck from him yet, so I don't know what he's up to. But I've always said Volrath is a very interesting commander. I wish I would get more chances to play it on the channel, but sadly I do not. But I just think it's a cool card. Opponent cracks a Myriad Landscape. Is this at the end step? No, that's during their turn. Oh man, are they really not going to draw any cards? Our Tovolar flips over. That's fun. We can attack over there. That's cool. We really coming back to our turn with 0 treasures? Ugh. Sashiro. Sadly, we have no treasures, so we don't have 6 mana. That's disappointing. But what we can do... Oh, man. I was hoping to get Lavisa this turn. I mean, I guess if we get Lavisa... I'm going to play the hunch that we're going to get a treasure before our next turn, so let's go Volrath right here and play Lavisa. And we should be good to attack over into the Sefris opponent. We draw a card. It's a Yuriko. Ooh, that's interesting because Nijitsu can get around that Aethersworn Canoness, which is helpful. Smothering Tithe. There we go. There's a treasure. Felidar Retreat is a magic card. No lands? 2-1 in the air, our way. And that's it. Holding everything else back. Wow, didn't catch the land right there. I mean, eventually they will. That +1/+1 in Vigilance, ooh, that is good. Especially with that many tokens. Smothering Tithe. Another treasure. Volrath into play. Oh, right, we got to remember about this Aethersworn Canoness. So our best bet is to go for one big one as opposed to trying to get a lot of little ones in. Oh, you know what we can do? We can theoretically hit with this and then use the Commander Nijitsu ability afterwards. That way we still get the card draw this turn. Well, I guess we get the Yuriko, and the Yuriko has life loss, which is cool. But they get to see the card, and there is something about the value of seeing cards. So, I don't know, I might just take the straight draw. We do need 1 more mana to do all that, though. And opponent's paying. Though, if they drop a bunch of artifacts right here, then they will run out of mana quickly to pay for that. I'm glad I put this thing in, because this deck is super mana hungry. So, General Tazri and Mirror Entity in the same turn is 8 mana. Then, to actually use the Mirror Entity, I mean, you probably want to put about 3 or 4 into it. So, you know, you're talking like 12, 13 mana in a turn is really where you need to be. It takes a bit to get that. There's a Kuldotha Forge Master. Nothing good comes from those. That is going to trigger the Smothering Tithe, though. Unfortunately, that's also a very good blocker against what we have going. Oh, this Canonist, we could make some sweet plays this turn. If there were no Canonist. Dowsing Dagger, you say? And it's an artifact. Love it. That being the case, let's get the World Tree in. Let's get the Dowsing Dagger. Sean can have the plants. Equip the Dowsing Dagger. It's a 6/5. I mean, if you traded everything into that, that'd be fine. Wouldn't mind that one bit. Ooh, opponent got a land in there somewhere. They're 2/2s now. Yeah, that's going to get scary in a hurry. Over to the artifact deck. Gonna block with the Archmage. That's disappointing. Not blocking? Blocking again. Yeah, they block with it. I was kind of hoping to get this thing, honestly, but... I mean, I guess that being the case... What do we have? Ooh, we didn't flip that over. Okay, yeah, we didn't get to where I thought we'd get to. Let's get this Blex Pest in play. What's the backside of this thing do? Look at the top 5 cards of your library, put any number of them in the hand, the rest in the graveyard, lose 3 life for each put into the hand. Well, it's not bad value. Maybe we hold off on that. Let's just... we'll hardcast. No, we shouldn't hardcast it if we don't need to. Maybe just this 3 visits, then. We'll get a Tropical Island. Pass like that. Because we're also at a stage where board wipes look very attractive. So not committing more creatures to the battlefield's not the worst idea. Opponent's going to pay. Annoying. Felidar Retreat. Ugh. Yep, turning into 3/3s. I was hoping they were going to miss that land drop. That is damage. Thorough Investigation. Whenever you attack, investigate. Yep. See what they want to do. 4/3 our way. Our final opponent, by the way, is Covert Ghostly 420 piloting Rebek and Glacian. I don't even know what Glacian does. Tap X untapped artifacts you control. Look at the top X cards of your library. Put 1 into your hand, the rest in the graveyard. Oh, that's cool. They investigate. They draw a card. Whenever they crack a clue, they venture into the dungeon. Seems kind of ridiculous. They scry 1. I wonder if they go for, like, Perilous Vault or something like that. They draw Smothering Tithe. Can't pay for that one. Nice. Attack into Sean and attack into the artifact deck. Sean's going to trade in his tokens that we gave him. That's fine. He's going to block 1 with his commander profitably. That's good. Opponent's going to eat 1 with the Forge Master. Also good. Got to get some of these things out of play. That is just a lot of damage from those tokens. It's like free damage, too, because it's just like you play a land, they get bigger. Cards that scale like that get kind of nasty when they're unchecked. I always think that I need to run Felidar Retreat a little bit more than I do. Like, because I don't play landfall decks that much, so I don't think about it that much, but it's just like a really powerful card. It's not necessarily a part of a lot of the strategies that I'm using, but it's just a powerful card to have in play, and given the fact that I like Sword of the Animist a lot, it's even better with that. Smothering Tithe. Ooh, Sean went down to 23. After that, we're at 27. Definitely into the board wipe territory. Equips the Helm. It's a 9/7. It's pretty big. Helm of Possession. Oh, God. They've still got a plant left. They don't have any mana up, which is good. But, yeah, the free sacrifice to steal the best thing on board doesn't seem great. If we ripped Maskwood Nexus off the top, that would be pretty sweet, because then we could cast that plus a creature. Finally get those synergies going. I'm really starting to think about the backside of this thing. Although, we wouldn't be able to cast anything because of the stupid Canonist right there. Draw cards equal to the highest mana value among artifacts you control. That is currently 5. That'll get us some mana. Would still love to see that board wipe. Not that I'm thrilled about losing our stuff, but crawl space. That's going to make things a lot harder on us. Ruinous Ultimatum off the top. Island off the top. Play the island. Yeah, this thing's really making life terrible for us. Like, the problem is that we're after it in the turn order. Like, if we got one more turn before it came down, I think we'd be in a better spot. But let's attack. Yeah, let's attack opponent and just see what they do. Blocks with a 1/1. God, just everything looks bad against the Canonist. This is a 3/4. How big's Tazri? I mean, I guess we can, yeah, let's cast Tazri, I think. Because we can make Tazri big enough to block some stuff, which seems good. Use the ability. Get Mirror Entity. Cannot cast Mirror Entity, sadly. And we'll pass like that. No, they're fell at our retreat. Now they're 4/4s. Oh, his opponent finally gonna get rid of the Canonist? Yep, uses the Forge Master, finally gets rid of the Canonist. Let's see what they're getting. Silent Arbiter. Okay, no one has to die this turn. Wait, is it you? Nope, that's all players. Okay, no one has to die this turn. Love it. Now, yep, opponent's gonna send the thing over to them. That's a huge pickup, actually. As long as our board state holds up, we are set up to have a very good turn. Yeah, if everything holds up the way it is right now, I'm probably going to go for the backside of this thing, because we just need more cards. Because we have so much mana that, you know, if we can just dump everything, it's all going to have haste. It's all a really good place to be. Unfortunately, we can't really make the big attack unless the Arbiter goes down. Hama. Room abilities of dungeons trigger an additional time. Still an army of 4/4s over there. What do we need? We need, like, Aura Shards, and then a Sylvia or a Korvath off the top would be pretty sweet. Oh, Sean's stealing something. What's he going for? The Sefris. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. That deck gets out of hand. And no one wants this Adeline coming back. This is really what's been causing the problems. This combined with the Felidar retreat. Just a lot of damage. Dimir Signet. Importantly, this is also now tapped, so he doesn't have it up against us, which is good. Puts a minus counter on Tazri. Smothering Tithe. Shimmer Mirror. Cast artifacts with flash. Kinda scary. Thought Monitor. Affinity for artifacts. Enters the battlefield. Draw 2 cards. That'll be more mana for us. Smothering Tithe. We have many treasures. There's a forest. Let's use the backside of this thing. Those are some magic cards. Put into hand. 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 How much is it? I don't even think it matters, honestly. Whew, that was a lot of life. That was a lot of life. Okay. Play the Forest. Play the Ruinous Ultimatum. That's about as good of a 5-card set as I think you can get. All of opponent's stuff gets blued up. Tomb of Annihilation. Let's cast this Kolaghan. Ooh, yeah, let's just cast it. Who's next? Let's cast Yuriko. And, like, that might be lethal with Yuriko. Then cast the Shield of Velasvel, targeting ourselves. Oh, Tragic Slip, no! I mean, we can't get that to 13, can we? I don't think so. That's disappointing. Well, opponent gets attacked now. 2 Kolaghan triggers. 2 Yuriko triggers, 2 Tovolar triggers, and a Dowsing Dagger. Transform the land. Skyshroud Claim. Yuriko. Land. Boo. Tovolar, another land. Get the land out of the way. And come on, not land. Mirari's Wake is not a land. Gonna wait on the Mirari's Wake, I think. Let's cast the Skyshroud Claim. Get Taiga and Bayou. And then I think we'll sit on the Volrath for to get the Levisa back. Have to discard a hand size. Fetch lands don't seem great for our position. Man, we used a lot of life on that Blex thing. Maybe we should have been, like, a little more careful with it. How much is it? 3 per card? Okay, yeah, that's 15 life. Opponent recasts their commander. Sefris back to play. Uses up most of their mana. That's a good spot to be. 12 lands on turn 9, and one of them makes triple, so we've done well with mana. Also, we've had a ton of Smothering Tithe mana. For those that are curious, it's been 3.5 years since the last time I played Tribal Commander Tribal, and there's been a lot of cards since then. Big shout out to Zombie Caller, who made the list of Tribal Commanders that have come out in the last 3 or 4 years. That was super helpful in getting this new list put together. So, Thank you to Zombie. So the thing that I feel good about is that opponent drew 2 cards last turn after they tapped out their mana. As long as like that and their top deck isn't a board wipe, I don't think they had a board wipe before that because they probably would have played it. But if it is a board wipe, game continues on for a while. I guess we have this thing. This thing's also pretty brutal. These ultimatums, man, Eerie and Ruinous are just like back-breaking. Maybe a little too strong. A little too strong. Oh, God, really. That's what we're doing. Our way. Our way. Don't love this. I'm sure it's gonna come back. Oh, God, they can go Mirror Entity, 0 everything. Jesus. I should have sacrificed the 2 treasures beforehand. Plays a land. Mirari's Wake. Kodama's Reach. Failed to find. Hopefully they don't see the Mirror Entity line. Nope, there's the Mirror Entity. There's Eerie Ultimatum. Yep. Chromatic Lantern. I mean, if there was ever a card that should be banned from the format, like Mindslaver, if you want to talk about, like, spirit of the format, if you can't play Iona, you probably shouldn't be able to play Mindslaver, to be completely honest. Emrakul doesn't bother me as much because they get a turn back afterwards. Worst Fears is pretty disgusting. Yep, cast the Blade Wing. Opponent's going to swing into the Sefris. Kolagon's going to get a trigger. Tovolar, we draw a card. That's nice. After getting picked apart, what did we lose? 3-4 cards? Eerie Ultimatum, Kodama's Reach. Opponent goes to 4. We draw Sigarda. Yeah, that's something. See if they 0 the Mirror Entity. Oh, thank God. That's probably the saving grace in all of this, is that they didn't 0 the Mirror Entity. I'm pretty sure X can be 0. Pretty sure. Actually, I should look it up. Thought Vessel for opponent. Sefris over to Ghostly. Yeah. Yes, you can activate Mirror Entity for 0 and kill all their creatures. So we caught a break that they didn't do that, but since they are playing Mindslaver, I mean, I'm not going to take any chances. As long as we have creatures to attack with, they will be getting attack with creatures. That's a Gyruda. Evens only, right? We have a Varina. It's not awful. I will be very upset if that Mindslaver finds a way back into play. Sphinx's Rev X5, that's fine, actually. Wayfarer's Bauble, completely okay with that. Oh man, this Sigarda protects us from the Mindslaver. I mean, I don't know that it's going to matter, but if for some reason things don't pan out, I don't know, if someone fogs or something, then that's a helpful tool to have around. All right, stop on our upkeep. Volrath, the Lavisa back to the top. Oh, mana's doubled. There's a Lavisa. Cast Lavisa. Cast Sigarda. Cast Sashiro. Wow, that makes a lot of mana. Off the Lost Veil. Activate Mirror Entity. X9 seems good. Oh, creature types, everything is huge and has a whole bunch of keywords and abilities. Let's go 3 over here just to be sure. This one into Sean, this one there, that one there, this one into Sean, that one there, and that one there. Be very sad if this gets fogged or something. Bunch of Kolagon triggers, that's gonna be some damage. We have a full party, that's exciting. Oh, just for the memes? We can activate Tazri. I think we've done enough. They have 23 power. Seems good. Sean said he had me on his turn. I don't know what he's got. I mean, we're at 11, so I guess it doesn't take that much. But 2 6/6s with unblockable or a bounce spell would definitely get us killed. Opponents go down. Wow, -87, -30, and -57. That's a lot of damage in one turn. What is that? Just short of 180, I think? Wow, that's a lot of damage. This deck. I'm glad it finally worked this game. Last game, I mean, it was a lot of the same issues. Going last is painful, especially someone drops down an Aethersworn Canonist, stuff like that, things that really mess with the game. Like, when you have to go after that player, it's just not a good time. We would have been out on the board much, much sooner if we had, like, a turn before that Canonist, or if we had a better way to get rid of it. I will say, this deck definitely needs a Blasphemous Act. We'll cut a land even though we shouldn't do that. Grand Coliseum is not the best. But yeah, this is the deck. You see all the ramp right here. I kind of separate that out. It's a cute little deck. It's full of all the tribal commanders, and eventually you put them all together and some cool things happen. This deck is very dependent on your stuff staying in play. We do have an asceticism for that reason. That Mindslaver was really nasty. Luckily, they didn't see the Mirror Entity line, because if they wiped our board, this game probably drags on for a while. I guess Sean said he had us dead, but yeah, none of that would have been great, so. But anyway, yeah, Tribal Commander Tribal, it's interesting. I think it's gotten a lot worse over the last 4 years, to be honest with you, because now there's either 2 things going on now. Either someone plays a deck that has like a lot of synergy and combos, or they play a deck that has a lot of just like singularly powerful cards that reshape the game around themselves, like Ruinous Ultimatum and Eerie Ultimatum and stuff like that. So This deck doesn't have much of either of those, so, you know, I put a little power in where I could, but, you know, the creatures themselves really don't do much until you get Changeling on all of them, so makes it a fun little challenge. That's definitely what this deck is. If you're a fan of Tomer's, what is his called? Tribal or something like that. This is very much in that vein. And I'm happy we finally got to revisit this one. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, feel free to comment, like, or subscribe. Thank you for watching.
I want to thank my awesome Patreon supporters. You guys are awesome. If you want to help support the channel, vote on which decks I play next, or if you want to get some good games of Spell Table, be sure to check out my Patreon at the link below.